Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to episode 16 on my FIFA 16 Road to Glory. Now obviously we're starting off the episode here just going over the transfer list. Now if you're not aware, go back a few episodes ago and you can see that we ended up selling our BBVA squad, and we're still currently selling BBVA players. Now right there, you might be wondering why you're selling Fakir. Now I ended up with two Fakirs. One was an open bid, one I just bought now, and I decided to just keep the Fakir that I had currently and not worry about the second one, even though the other one the one that I sold had more contracts and that sort of stuff. That was my thought process, maybe getting with more contracts, but yeah, decided to just sell him, and funnily enough he actually sold at the time of recording that, as well as a few other players had sold. A few remaining ones from the BBVA side had sold too. That was pretty good there, and you know, we're starting to, well, not starting, but we do have a really nice coin total, so yeah, they've got a lot to work with. But right here, moving on to like the first game, taking on this guy. Now the guy had like a really sort of shitty team name. I was kind of like, do not want to lose to this guy because of his team name. That might seem stupid, but it really is a legitimate thing that I find. I don't want to lose to people who have stupid team names. Well, I don't really want to lose at all, but yeah, it's just something that I've noticed. And I think this guy here had a Serie A side. It wasn't an expensive one or anything. He actually was a pretty decent player, I gotta say. You can see right there, he hit the post, but at the same time, I would have been quite disappointed to, you know, go on to lose this game, because I felt like I was the better player by quite a distance. But you know how FIFA is. Sometimes it's, you know, doesn't really reward the better player a lot of times. But funnily enough, looking at these little highlights here, it looks like he's getting a fair few chances. How many of them are clear cut, I'm not really sure. But Ross Barkley on the ball here up against Tellez, and he was brought down, which gives us a chance here. Free kick, Danilo whipping it in, Godolon's back post, gets it to Ross Barkley, and that is a brilliant save there by his keeper. I couldn't tell you who his keeper actually was. I think it's Buffon actually, possibly. And then the follow-up free kick, I think it might have been Danilo again. This time we put it over the bar. So yeah, the only problem with this side is you don't have a noted free kick taker. Danilo is who we mostly use as a free kick taker, but yeah, it doesn't really is not really gonna do too much with it. And Ross Barkley, another chance there. I'm finding Ross Barkley, he's quite tall, he's big on the ball, he's good on the ball, sorry, he's quite strong, but yeah, he's just lacking a little bit maybe. But I mean, at the same time, I'm willing to persevere with him. He seems pretty good. And once again, it's actually Firmino this time. Barkley and Firmino standing next to each other. Now I realise quite quickly that I don't really have a noted free kick taker, or as I've talked about before, so it's not really any use of me to go and take free kicks, taking shots straight from the free kick. Now off the resulting free kick, there was a corner. You can see here we do bring Cersei down just outside the box, but this Storaro guy, I don't know exactly who he is. I think it's Storaro. He ended up just you know, latching onto the ball. I was like too busy thinking, oh shit, this gave away a free kick. My mind was already on the free kick, and he just, you know, came through and scored a goal. So I was quite pissed off, because I thought, man, I'm gonna lose to this guy, and kind of don't feel it's deserved. But I suppose looking back on it, you can say the guy's made some chances, maybe he deserves a goal or something. But yeah, at the time I was so mad, I was so pissed off. But I think that just happens every time I seem to lose games and that. But right here, there was a free kick, and he took a quick free kick, and it is that Serraro dude threw on goal again. And Cersei, it is a great save there from our keeper, Casillas. He actually did quite good. I wasn't really sure whether Casillas would be a good keeper. He seems to be pretty decent. Now Fernandinho should finish that, and he does, and that is a brilliant save by the keeper. Now moving on to 9th minute is desperation times there. We gave away a sort of frustration free kick. You can see the top left hand corner, Tremolino's got a yellow card. We slide tackled him, but Benteke here, he got it all the way at the halfway line from that free kick, and he goes the distance, and he actually scores the equaliser himself. I couldn't believe it. I actually couldn't believe how easy that goal sort of opened up, really. I was kind of expecting someone to make a run and put them through, but as I kept going, more players just kept dropping off, and the gap kept getting wider and wider, and went straight through, and Benteke ended up scoring the goal. So a 1-1 draw. I was a bit annoyed to have the draw, but midway through the game, or after he'd scored the goal, if you told me I get a draw, I'd be pretty happy with that. And it does save our record. You can see 3-1-0. It does say that we've been pretty decent in this division. We're in Division 5, so we're not going to be coming up against all these, you know, pushovers pretty much. So going to be starting to take on some quality opponents. So especially at the time I'm playing as well. But I don't think there's a great chance of me taking on young kids, which I suppose could be a good or bad thing. It's just the time that I'm playing it, usually through the day. So I would say not many kids to be playing, or it's actually really late at night. So yeah, like I said, taking on proper adults, which could say I'm either playing people who are a lot better than the average person, or a lot worse. I suppose it's up to you, but they just hit the post there. Carlos Tevez it was. Actually got pretty lucky. I think it was Tevez, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, this guy had a pretty good side, a little bit of a hybrid, I think. But we do find Benteke through on goal there, and I kind of panicked when I saw that the keeper was rushing out. I was like, what do? Do I try and chip him? Do I try and take it around him? And by the time I'd sort of thought of what to do, it was too late and keeper cleared it. But thankfully we do win a penalty there. It was Fekir. What Fekir lacks in pace or whatever, I mean, he isn't a slash by no means, but he's not the quickest. He's not got blistering speed. What he lacks there, he makes up for with his dribbling and just skill moves. Not a huge skill or anything, but the Berber spin is actually so effective. The scoop turn, I can't remember what it's actually called. Berber spin, I think is what it's officially called. But yeah, you see, once again, Fekir just takes around a few plays. It's just so smooth on the ball, which is quite nice. And we get it to the other cam, and it is Ross Barkley, just a little bit too far wide to get a proper shot away. But you see Barkley again getting involved, and it is Gonalons pushing up here. Gets the ball into Roberto Firmino, who really should have finished that. The only thing was I kind of didn't expect the ball, so that's probably why I wasn't going for the shot. Now Benteke finds himself on the end of a header there, and I think we're still yet to see Benteke score from a headed goal, but right here, Fernandinho absolutely brought down. I thought it was a red card for all money, but unfortunately they don't give it even a foul. I couldn't believe. I thought he came straight through him, but I don't know. It is what it is. I actually put the controller down and he started a counter attack, which I was like, shit, go grab the ball. Sorry, got to grab the controller. But yeah, we ended up surviving that one pretty comfortably. And Fekir had a chance to kill off the game, make it 2-0. Couldn't do it. But right here, he'll be looking to do it. Benteke is through on goal. He's got Contrao hot in his heels, and Contrao's presence was just enough to sort of put me off a little bit. But yeah, a 1-0 victory, I'll take it. It wasn't the most impressive performance, but the good thing is we're getting those wins, and I still think it's a much better side than the BBVA side, much more balanced side. I think that might be due to the formation as well, but yeah, another 1-0 win. And that's two for, I don't know, we had one draw and one win. I was going to say we're 2 from 2 this episode, but obviously not. Our actual record in this division, Division 5, is 4-1-0, as you can see on the screen there. And another win this episode can clinch the promotion for us, or guarantee promotion. So we'll be looking to do that now. I don't know what this guy's kit is, but I thought it was really, really nice. So in the comments, if you know what that kit is, leave it in the comments. So I thought it was awesome. But looking at this guy's side, I was sort of thinking, yes, we come up against a guy who doesn't have the best of sides. I mean, it's a side that he's actually designed this way by the looks of things. A bit of hybrid. It doesn't look like he's throwing plays together. It looks like a set team that he wanted, but at the same time, it's not the greatest now. Payet ended up on the ball here, quite lucky to receive the ball, and the guy actually scored. It was so early on. I was kind of in a little bit of shock. I don't usually concede goals that early on. But yeah, the pace just caught us on the break there. I think it was Tremolinos. I don't know why we sort of ended up with the ball. Oh, sorry, he ended up losing the ball in that position. But thankfully, a game change right here. Mika Richards, still early on, you see 12 minutes in, ends up getting a red card. It was a terrible tackle, and it kind of just killed this guy's chances, in my opinion. As soon as I got the red card, I was like, alright, yeah, we're winning this one. It doesn't matter that we're 1-0 down currently. The goals were going to come in. See, Gonalons here just being quite patient. Benteke lays it off, and it's back to Danilo making a run, and Danilo will take a shot, puts it into the back of the net, and it was a really, really nice shot. There was a little bit of lag that came in every now and again for this game. Funnily enough, came after he scored his goal, so I don't know if that means anything. But Firmino here lays it off to Benteke, and Benteke scores. That was great work from Firmino. That was all Firmino, really, that goal. But that did result in the guy quitting instantly. As soon as he went behind, he must have just thought, yeah, we're done. The only thing I thought was weird is he didn't try and change his team around. He had Mika Richards, his centre back, off, but he didn't try and I don't know, take off a striker or move someone into that centre back position. So he was really short in the defence, so that really helped us out a lot. And as you can see there, another 2-1 victory, another 1,200 coins going into the total, and another promotion for us. So we're moving into Division 4. Hopefully next episode, hopefully we can get the next win, the last win, to get the 19 points, get the title, and move on to Division 4. But that's where this video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at MrLuke, Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.